going to be real tough for these guys to get a radiator in the car because they have so much damage. So if they can just get a little bit of water, they only have a few laps to run here, 13 laps. Going to try to get this hood off the car.
We're good. Hurry up, hurry.
If they go and try to change the radiator, I'm afraid they won't get it in there in enough time to really save any laps. This is a good move. They can get that tire clearance, that sheet metal.
And I'll tell you what, with Greg Biffle having 4 new tires, Earnhardt Jr.'s up in the 3rd position right now. This is going to be a shootout to the end right there.
Well, let's check in down in the garage area where Alan is caught up with Kurt Busch,
who has just walked from the medical center. First, Kurt, you okay? That looked like a hard hit. Are you okay?
Yeah, everything's good. I don't know what happened to it. Something broke on the car, and whether it was suspension or the tire went down, man, it just shot straight in the turn 2 fence. And after restart with all those cars behind you, man, I feel sorry for everybody that got collected. A lot of crew guys put a lot of hard hours into building these things, and they have to get recertified after you tear apart some sheet metal. And so a lot of hard work has to be done.
Obviously, I need to ask you the championship thought question at this point.
A lot of hard work needs to be done.
Thank you, Kurt.
What Kurt's talking about, the cars have to be certified by NASCAR. This new car tomorrow, they send them down to the tech center or the NASCAR tech center where they certify them, they inspect them, and then put a certification stamp on these cars. So all these cars have to be recertified after a hard wreck like that.
Top of your screen shows you the running orders it comes across, and below that is the chase ticker. That'll show you exactly where your favorite drivers are among the 12 that are in the chase and where they stand. See, Denny Hamlin is in 12th position. Green flag waves. Just 11 laps to go here to the checkered flag. Can Carl Edwards hang on? Can the 0-1 of Mark Martin somehow catch his former teammate and get win number 5 at Dover?
Carl gets another great restart on Mark Martin.
But can the 4 fresh tires of Greg Biffle win him the race? He's going around the outside of Dale Jr. right now. He's got the best tires in the field, and he is probably going to run down those 2 leaders.
So he's going to have about 10 laps to do it here.
Biffle's best finish, a 5th at Bristol on the short track, concrete short track, I might add, early in the year.
An 8-car Dale Jr., he's got 4 fresh tires also, but Biffle just overhauled him on the outside that time, and he is catching Mark Martin right now, guys. 10 laps to go.
Earnhardt Jr., you see the winless streak there, his last win at Richmond back in the spring of '06.
I'm impressed with the lap times that Carl Edwards is laying down right now. 23:77 last lap.
You see the wing plate on the left side of the 5-car. It's coming loose.
It might hang in there. He's got a little piece of aluminum strip right there holding it on.
Kyle Busch being shown in 5th position. You saw him running up on the 20 car of Tony Stewart. Caution. Debris coming off a couple of these cars on the racetrack, and that's bringing out the caution once again here now for the 13th time.
Mark Truex got so much right front damage, it's just throwing stuff all over the place off that right front corner.
It looks like that fender rubbed a hole in the tire, and then the tire exploded and blew the fender off.
Let's take a look at the debris here.
He's already having a problem here with that tire. You see some of the debris coming off the car.
And that's a metal up there, Andy. If you run over that, that's going to blow a tire out. Good call for NASCAR catching that, because that could really be big time when you hit stuff like that in the track. Look like a fender brace or something.
Debris all over the racetrack. Now, 9 of the 12 drivers in the chase have had troubles today.
Looks like nobody wants to take advantage of this except maybe Carl Edwards.
I've never seen so much carnage in my entire life. These cars are tore to pieces.
Carl Edwards, who, if he could hold on, not only would get his first win at Dover, he'd get his 3rd career win as in a chase race. And, by the way, he would take over and become the points leader in not only the NASCAR Busch Series, but the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series.
Carl Edwards just got to be thinking right now, come on, guys, quit messing up, quit crashing. No more cautions. He just can't get his rhythm, and that's what he needs right now. He wants to get clear so he can win this thing.
Let me tell you how fast and how hard he's driving. That last lap, that fast lap he ran, that 23:70, would have qualified him in the top 20 in qualifying.
That is fast.
That's fast.
And that's called excited.
That's going to be hard to beat.
That's called knowing that Greg Biffle's got 4 sticker tires and you don't, and I got to get out of Dodge real quick or else he's going to catch us.
That's called talent. That's incredible effort and talent on Carl Edwards' part. And boy, Kyle Busch's guys, there's just no quit. And Alan Gustafson and that crew down there, they keep bringing him on pit road and making adjustments on the car. He was involved in that 12-car melee. You heard Alan Beswick telling you that they come in and beat some of the sheet metal away and get the car back out there. He's gotten back on the lead lap and become a factor. Kyle Busch now being shown the last car on the lead lap.
Jimmy Johnson, he's got a little bit of damage from one of these little bump ups. Still not too bad. He's going to be able to finish the race.
Jimmy showing 2 laps down in 14th position. A victim of tire issues earlier. There's the 1 car on pit road continuing. Working for Jamie.
Tire on.
When Martin Truex just pulled in, there was a loud pop and water just started pouring out from the front of his car there. They were going to add some water. That was the plan. They told Martin to keep it running. Right now the crew's got the Barabond tape. They're trying desperately to make these changes. And Andy, you called it. That fender rub is indeed what caused that right front tire to blow. You see him sawing off some of that sheet metal on the right side there, trying to make the repairs and get to the end, guys.
Watch again the replay here. A record 13th caution flag coming out with just 7 laps to go here. Now watch this right front tire.
This is the loud pop that I think Jamie heard. See this car slide to a stop and bam, there goes that interliner. It's actually another tire inside the big tire. It's an interliner, and that thing just blows out. It has about 60, 70, 80 pounds of air in it, so it'd make a pretty loud noise down there.
Well, one of his big concerns probably is, can I make it without his engine overheat? You saw a ton of water pouring out of Martin Truex's car. I don't see anything coming out now, but the question is there anything left?
He'll make it. Even if the tank has no water in it, it'll run. It won't run good, but it'll run 5 more laps.
Now NASCAR's rules inside of the final 10 laps as we have a single file restart. The single file restart, how will that impact? Well, that's obviously got to help Mark Martin and Greg Biffle, particularly Biffle with those 4 fresh tires.
Well, it's just going to take those lap down cars and put them behind the lead lap cars and let those guys duke it out for the win without having any interference from somebody that's a lap down.
Well, I think you're going to see Greg Biffle right now strike like a rattlesnake on Mark Martin going into turn 1. He's got those fresh tires and 5 to go. Man, he's running out of bullets. He's got to get the job done now.
Intensity level is as high as it's going to be right now.
Biffle never thought he was going to be in this position to win this race. And he's in a shape right now where this can happen. Dave?
And last week he admitted this week on a television show that he might have let Carl Edwards bye for a place at the end of last week's race at Loudon. The crew was just looking at the facts and saying, you know, if you get around the 0-1, then Carl owes us one, right? So he gives you that spot back, and we win. I don't think that logic will work today, but Greg has a great car trying to get around the 0-1 and then deal with his teammate.
Yeah, I'm betting Carl's not going to give him anything right here.
Coming down, it'll be 4 laps to go when they cross the stripe right there for the restart. Edwards, Martin, Biffle, Earnhardt Jr. Here goes Biffle on the high side of Mark Martin.
And Biffle made that move work on Dale Earnhardt Jr. the last restart, and it worked this time for him.
He did strike like a rattlesnake. His car's great right here.
He didn't think about nothing. He just went for it. And take a look at Dale Jr. underneath Mark Martin right now doing the same thing, but on the bottom side of the track.
3 laps to go, 4 back. Don't overdrive it, you're good.
Greg Biffle's a hungry race car driver right now.
Biffle's last victory was the season finale at Homestead a year ago. Earnhardt Jr. with 4 fresh tires trying to get beneath the 0-1 car of Mark Martin.
That last time by, though, Carl Edwards was faster than Greg Biffle, even though Edwards has got older tires. Looking at him, putting some distance on him right now. The rear end of the 16 car hung out, going for it.
And these guys are driving hard.
2 laps to go.
Carl Edwards trying to hang on. He has never won at Dover, Delaware. This is his 7th trip to the Monster Mile. And what a monster this racetrack has been today. Smoke billowing from beneath the 1 car right in front of the leaders as they come by.
White flag.
Less than a mile to go for Carl Edwards. Trying to take over the lead in the chase for the Nextel Cup. Trying to become the first driver to lead the NASCAR Busch and the NASCAR Nextel Cup point standings. 2 turns away from victory at the Monster Mile, and here he comes down. Carl Edwards picks up win number 3 in 2007.
Fast as you drive these race cars the way you do, brother. Woo!
awesome. Great race for Greg, too.
Great effort by those guys as they run up pit road. Carl Edwards, another win on concrete. And how about that great advice from Rusty Wallace? He asked you, do you take tires or don't you?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, if Biffle would have beat him, they'd have probably blamed that on me. So.
Aren't you glad it worked out?
I'm glad it worked out. I'm staying out of this one.
Well, the fans certainly got their money's worth today. A record 13 caution flags for 66 laps. Let's check in where Alvin is caught up with Bob Osborne.
With the winning crew chief, just one question. How many years did you age through all those late caution flags?
Oh, probably about 50. I don't know. I'm fairly young to have gray hair, that's for sure. So,
Dominant performance. Congratulations to you and your team.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
He's going to head to victory lane and watch the flip.
Edwards earlier talking about a young boy in New York with cerebral palsy. He always donates the trophy to some deserving youngster. He doesn't keep them. He said they can mean more to someone else. They can help someone else. That's why I give them away.
That says a lot about the character of Carl Edwards.
It says a lot about him being a race car driver. He's incredible performance today. Kept it out of trouble. Dominated the second half of the race. You really got to feel, though, for Matt Kempson. Unbelievable. Losing that motor.
I still can't get over the lap times that Carl Edwards was able to run at the end of the race. Those 23-second laps were phenomenal.
Carl Edwards will be the winner of this race, by the way, and with Jeff Gordon's 11th place finish, he will actually be the leader in the chase exiting Dover. It'll be Jeff Gordon as the leader, Tony Stewart in second, and Carl Edwards just 3 points back in third spot.
But Jerry, the top 4 positions are within 4 points of each other. Just unbelievable how tight this chase for the championship is right now.
Yeah, final lap with those shuffling of positions between Gordon and Tony Stewart able to get up there. And Gordon actually will be the chase leader. You see the 4 points that Rusty is talking about. Kyle Busch only 10 points back in 5th position. Martin Truex in 7th spot in the chase, standing by with Dave.
And getting congratulations from his crew. I think just to bring this thing home, it smolders behind us right now. But Martin, talk about your day, because it was a top 10 day until late in the day.
Yeah, it was a top 5 day late. We worked real hard on a car. It was terrible to start. And we just kept working and working and working. We got it better, and we kept our track position. We stayed on the lead lap like we needed to, and we're sitting pretty there at the end. We had tires, and the car was the best it had been, and you know, the 2 just got in the wall. I don't know what happened. He blew a tire or what he did, but it's just unfortunate. The bad luck bit us today, but you know, it was a decent day. We're gonna have a great finish, and it's just frustrating.
He's got 8 races after this, guys, to make it up.
Well, next week we head to Kansas City. Yes, Kansas City, here we come for stop number 3 on the 10-race chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship. Jeff Gordon, the 2-time Kansas City winner, will be the chase points leader. Tony Stewart will be there. And how about Clint Boyer going back to his native state? No, we weren't in Kansas anymore when Boyer won in New Hampshire. Now he gets to go home for what should be a shootout next Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern time on ABC. Carl Edwards led a total of 3 times a day for 95 laps. He picks up his 3rd win of 2007. And once again on concrete, it's all about the concrete kid, Carl Edwards in victory lane.
And he's solid as a rock, Doc, in victory lane. And with the win, you move within 3 points of the point lead with just 8 races remaining in the chase. How do you look at things right now, championship-wise?
Well, we just got to keep running like we're running. Just got to say thanks to Office Depot and all the guys to fight back. We had something wrong with the throttle pedal early in the race, and man, I'm excited to go to Kansas. Now, that's going to be great. So I got to thank Coca-Cola and Scott's and World Financial Group, Dish Network, Office Depot, Discount Tire, everybody, all my friends and family back at home. But it's a big win. A lot of guys had bad luck today. It's a huge points day.
It looked like you might have had some bad luck early on with the throttle linkage. What were you thinking when all that went wrong?
I was real nervous. This is not a good place to have your throttle stick. So it was just real, the throttle would stick. So I was having to pull it back up off the floor. But just glad to have Bob Osborne as a crew chief. He gets the Smart Guy of the Race award. He's a genius.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
Carl Edwards picks up his 3rd victory of 2007. Doc?
Congratulations to our race winner, Carl Edwards, our chase leader, Jeff Gordon. Coming up next, except on the West Coast ABC's World News or your local news over most of these ABC stations. It has been a slugfest today at the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware, but Carl Edwards got it done, picking up his third win of 2007. Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC.